everybody, welcome back to another edition of the Gamma Ray podcast. We took a little bit of a week off there, but we're back now, and we're doing Son of Sam. We're gonna go into right into a major player, man, and just get right back on track.
Yeah, this is one of the big boys on the block.
Yeah, this dude wholeheartedly was insane.
Yeah,
dude, hands down.
Well, there's I think he was.
Yeah,
that's not kind of church it up. I mean, he absolutely was. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I think he wasn't. Which we'll get into this a little bit this next episode more, and then in a little bit of the future episodes of it. But I it's I'm on the fence with it. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot more going on to this guy than the normal run of the mill story. Of your typical Bundy kind of serial killer. Where it was very linear kind of story. Berkowitz is
he doesn't have that impetus.
What?
He couldn't get hard kind of problem that a lot of them have without massive bloodshed. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
brutality.
Well, I think
the English language.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's the thing with Berkowitz too, dude. I think I saw it was on. I mean, you can take it for a grain of salt, but even on Mindhunters, that show Mindhunters.
Yeah.
When they interviewed him, he said
they hunt minds.
He told him a quote where he said, "I consider myself a sex-starved daydreamer."
Don't we all?
Yeah, I'm doing it currently.
I mean, ain't that every guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm married, dude. I mean,
fucking.
Yeah.
It's all right, dude. So you described every male that's ever lived.
He's in purgatory, eternal purgatory over there. His only release. It's only his only way out. It's through his imagination. All right, so the way I wanted to kind of start this one off a little bit is different than we normally do, because I just kind of want to set the tone a little bit of what this guy was kind of doing. You know what I mean? Yeah. So this is actually one of the letters that he wrote. I believe this one was to the police.
Yeah, this was one of
NYPD guys.
I believe this was his first one.
His first one, yeah.
He ever wrote to him.
Because he wrote this. I know he did write to some newspaper article writers, pissed off because they weren't. I don't know.
I think this one he left to this one he left to the police, and then he started sending them to the newspaper.
Being mean.
Yeah, you're putting this serial killer thing in a bad light.
Yeah. All right. So here we go. All right. So he goes, "I am deeply hurt by you calling me a woman hater. I am not, but I am a monster. I am the son of Sam. I am a little brat. When Father Sam gets drunk, he gets mean. He beats his family. Sometimes he ties me up to the back of the house. Other times he locks me in the garage. Sam loves to drink blood." God damn.
Hey.
But dude, wow. Now you have to imagine you're reading this at a crime scene.
Well, you're whoa, man, holy shit.
Yeah, I think it's gonna have a lot bigger impact.
Yeah,
no, now
you got somebody dead.
Yeah, you got 5 bodies behind this letter.
Yeah. "Go out and kill," commands Father Sam. "Behind our house, some rest raped and slaughtered. Their blood drained, just bones now. Papa Sam keeps me locked in the attic too. I can't get out, but I look at the attic window and see the world go by. I feel like an outsider. I am at a different wavelength than everybody else programmed to kill." Which I think when it comes to mental health thing, and I don't even know if this is an actual theory, but I do think people who are insane in this kind of way are on a different wavelength than other people.
Yeah, and he's not even in reality.
Your brain does pick up wavelengths. That's a fact.
Yeah,
it does. And something was off with this.
Yeah, his were getting crossed.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It just seems so fucking insane.
I mean, technically, if you break it down to the fight or flight theory,
yeah,
everybody's programmed, or at least capable, of killing. Just because of our evolutionary ladder.
Yeah, I mean, kind of, it's survival of the fittest kind of thing.
Yeah,
I think
for sure.
I mean, it doesn't. I don't think that comes in context of murder, but
I mean,
and self-defense or in war, I think I agree with you on that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying. I think we're all kind of somewhat programmed to kill.
Yeah,
I mean, the humans are just
But
violent.
When you kill for pleasure, or or lust or whatever, then yeah, you're fucking totally
Yeah.
in another fucking dimension.
Yeah.
As far as wavelengths, man.
Yeah. However, to stop me, you must kill me. Attention all police, shoot me first. Shoot to kill or else. Keep out of my way or you will die. Papa Sam is old now. He needs some blood to preserve his youth. He has too many heart attacks. Too many heart attacks.
Well, yeah, I mean, his son's out fucking killing people and he's drinking blood.
Well, yeah.
And he's basically saying,
okay,
I'm going out with it. Basically, it sounds like I'm going out in a blaze of glory.
Well, what it is,
at least that's what it sounded like.
Really, like when you read this letter, it's more about like, it's not him doing it. It's not. He's not doing it because he's choosing to.
He has no choice.
Sam is forcing him to.
Yeah, he has no choice but to obey him.
It's almost like, this isn't my fault. If it wasn't for Sam, I'd be a good little boy. That kind of.
Yeah, it's Sam's fault. It's a good defense, like planning out, because you're going to get caught eventually. A smart person would do something like this,
Yeah, kind of set the foundation.
Right. Ugh, me hoot, it hurts Sonny boy. There was a ton of grammatical errors in this letter, by the way, and I'm reading it verbatim. Or verbatim? What is it called? Is it verbatim? Is it verbatim? All right. I miss my pretty princess most of all. She's resting in Our Lady's house, but I'll see her soon. Whatever the fuck that means.
Yeah, I mean,
go ahead.
Yeah, no, he was like fully crazy.
Yeah, that doesn't even make any sense with like the context of what he just was talking about.
No,
it just shows you like how incoherent.
It's like so chaotic.
Yeah,
it's a stream of consciousness he's writing down at the time. This isn't a pre-planned.
It seems to me like he almost read it at different times. Like he like wrote some shit, like thought of some shit, and then like took a break, and then he like came back and then wrote some.
I don't know, man, because like imagine writing,
and then came back.
Like imagine if he proofread this. I don't think that he did.
I think clearly
because this was several pages.
Yeah.
Of like a note. This wasn't like
Well, he also wrote in like 28 font. I mean, it was like super huge.
Might as well, wrote it down with a fucking crayon or something.
I am the monster, Beelzebub, the chubby behemoth. I love to hunt. I like the little self-deprecation in there.
Yeah. The chubby behemoth.
I love to hunt, prowling the streets looking for fair game. Tasty meat, the women of Queens are the prettiest of all. I must be the water. I must be the water they drink. I live for the hunt, my life. Blood for Papa. Mr. Borelli, sir. He is one of he was like one of the detectives that were like the head guys.
Yeah.
On the case. I don't want to kill anymore. No, sir, but but I must. Honor thy father. I want to make love to the world. I love people. I don't belong on earth.
Dude, that sentence alone.
Wow.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Like when he was writing this, it was more of like a stream of consciousness he was going through.
Yeah.
I don't think he stopped at all.
I think it just like a sentence.
I think he just wrote down.
I think he was
popped in his head.
Yeah. Exactly.
I mean, you're like, I love people. I want to make love to the world, but I don't belong on earth.
Yeah.
What?
Also,
like, I don't want to kill
if you don't
anymore,
shoot me, I'm gonna.
But I must.
Yeah. I don't want to do it.
Yeah, but I must.
But if you see me, kill me.
Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna stop.
But I do love the world and I do love people. But
like,
I'm just fucking smoking them on a regular basis.
But it's like I think that goes to with the time though, because it was like the hippie movement was probably still around, or I mean, it wasn't.
I think that was the time it was dying down.
Yeah, it wasn't like over. You know what I mean? Like it just happened not that long beforehand.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it was completely gone, but it was also the time. It was like the hippie culture was dying off,
right?
Just as like the big cocaine snorting, partying, disco culture, kind of started picking up. You know what I mean?
Best of cultures.
Maybe he was. Maybe he was kind of stuck in between.
Half button shirts and gold ass chains, bro.
Yeah. Fucking high platform.
Teen Wolf, look him up.
70s
chest hair.
Those platform shoes with like the goldfish inside.
Yeah.
I don't belong on earth. Return me to Yahoos. To the people of Queens, I love you. I want to wish you all a happy Easter. May God bless you in this life and in the next. And for now, I say goodbye and good night. Police, let me haunt you with these words. I'll be back. I'll be back. To be interpreted as bang, 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 bank. Bang, yours in murder, Mr. Monster.
Dude, did it really say bang, 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 bank?
Yeah,
bang?
He misspelled it.
Because,
or he just put literally wrote the word bank.
All right, yeah, because
he had to go to the bank.
Because when I was going through our notes,
yeah, as he was writing his down, I'd be like, "Oh shit, I haven't cashed that check yet. I gotta go to the bank.
I gotta go to Chase."
Because I changed it to bang in my notes. I was like, maybe he just spelled it wrong.
No.
Oh yeah, he did.
No, he did spell it wrong.
Proofreading, I was like, oh shit.
No, he spelled it wrong. Like I said, it was riddled with grammatical and spelling errors and complete unfollowable logic. Like the whole fucking thing.
Well, no, because you could see him going from like raving murderer to like
regular
desperate little boy to like full grown like hippie kind of man.
Yep.
Then back into like murderous intent.
Yeah, then back to the psycho.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of like these consciousnesses that he's like kind of floating in and out of.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, dude, he's 100% coming in and out of reality.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, the fact that he calls himself the chubby behemoth is kind of hilarious.
Well, man, I mean, you got to look inside, man. You
know, I was just thinking that was going to be a good, Xbox Live name.
Yeah, I was just going to say that.
A fucking $100 says that somebody's already got that.
Oh,
they got that.
I might try it later. See,
you kind of are a chubby behemoth. You're big and you're chubby. You kind of fit.
Hold on, I gotta go start writing my letter.
Well, that's what I was about to say, man. Wasn't that like a little redundant though? I'm a chubby behemoth.
Yeah.
Well, behemoth is one of the kings of hell.
Yeah, true. But it can also mean huge and large.
Yeah.
Or you have like a tiny man who's the lead singer of your band, but
of your black metal
the
band.
opposite of the word of the band.
But Berkowitz was not like he wasn't skinny either. He was a chubby little bastard.
Yeah, he was a chubby dude.
He was portly.
Oh yeah, dude. Interesting side. Did you know he actually had like fangirls when he was in jail?
They all do.
Yeah, I believe that 100%. Yeah, they got groupies, bro.
We all do.
Manson had them. Bundy had them.
Yeah, they
fucking Ramirez got married.
Yeah.
What was his name?
I don't know, man. I gotta tell you, John Wayne Gacy.
John Wayne Gacy even had a couple.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was a fucking homosexual.
Dude, I'm so desperate for any kind of affection right now. I'm thinking about becoming a serial killer just so I can get women to talk to me. Imagine the confidence you'd have walking in.
Right through the roof.
Well, if you don't want to talk to me, that's fine. I'll just kill you later.
I mean, you'd be like Bundy. I mean, you might as well own a VW bug.
Yeah.
But
you know how them new green girls like those new Priuses.
Mm-hmm. Well, then they're not going to like me very much.
Oh yeah. Easy to know.
Even though we kind of were breaking into the actual note and talking, right. That was actually like pretty harrowing when you think about in context, like where odds are the detective was reading this at the murder scene.
Well, he sent it to the station.
Did he? Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, they didn't find it in like a.
See, I thought that's not my bad then, because I thought
no. He sent it
found
to
it
them
at the crime scene.
Yeah, he
said. But even still,
that and the fact that it relates to these, you know what I mean? Like he's got to be like, dude, we already got a pile of fucking bodies.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy's sending this fucking like crazy chaotic letter. Let me know he ain't done yet.
It's not unheard of for folks like that to do that though.
No.
Zodiac did it. You know,
Zodiac did
it. What's his name? Raider. He did it.
Yeah,
a lot of them.
That's how he got caught.
Well, 30
a lot
years
of serial killers will send
you get caught a lot faster nowadays. Well, it wasn't like back then.
Yeah, he didn't realize. He should have realized about the advances in the criminal sciences.
You got to keep up with that.
Yeah, you might have got away with that shit in the 70s, bro, but now.
Not in the 2000s. You're not gonna get.
Yeah, not when they could be like. Oh, this is definitely Staples paper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From this branch.
And it was
sold out this day.
From the smell of it,
he clearly got
it
it
was
on
milled
sale
6 months ago.
Yeah.
So at best, he bought it last week.
Oh, and we got him on 15 different cameras.
Yeah.
Of from when he bought it to when he got home.
Now, see, dude, you got to remember though.
It's like they get that letter, like, I told you that guy looked like a chubby behemoth. It's crazy that he put that in his letter.
Yeah. I even mentioned that before I even read the damn thing.
Remember I said, who's that chubby behemoth right there? He looks suspicious.
But Burke, because you got to remember that was actually written by a person. With the
it's not like a
intent
script or from a movie or anything like that.
No.
Yeah.
And Berkowitz, he was known famously or infamously, I should say, as the son of Sam.
Yeah,
right.
But originally he was known as the 44 caliber killer before he kind of made claim to the name.
He made them call him son of Sam.
Oh yeah. In later notes.
Yeah, he did. He definitely manipulated that part of the media.
Well, yeah.
He wanted his name.
Yeah. I think they literally said, he said, call me son of Sam or something else. I think he did that.
Yeah, because originally he was the 44 caliber killer.
Right.
And in future notes he sent to him, he called himself the son of Sam.
It just doesn't have the same ring.
No, I think son of Sam sounds a lot more like
sounds more cultish.
Yeah.
Not even just more like evil? Visceral, I guess.
Yeah, it's like more like evil sounding or like more like mentally disturbing.
Because dude, if you're in New York, you have Uncle Sam, which is when I first heard of this dude. I thought he was trying to connect himself to that for some reason.
But the 44 caliber killer it's so lazy.
It is. Yeah, it is.
Because it's like the cops did, and they're like, "Whoa, he used a 44 caliber. I think we'll just call him that." It's just like, "Oh, what is that guy? Oh, he's the bang bang killer," because that's what a fucking gun makes. That's the sound it makes.
He used a lot of onomatopoeia when he was doing his killings.
Yeah,
the pew pew killer.
Yeah.
So but he was the man who he terrorized New York in the late 70s.
Yeah,
by killing 6 people and wounding an additional 7.
Dude, that motherfucker had New York so petrified.
Dude, he had women dyeing their hair because they thought
cutting it because
cutting it and
dyeing it, women, right?
Yeah, because they thought that's originally what his MO was.
Because his shit was just so random, man.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody knew. Nobody thought they were safe. Nobody.
Right.
Because he was shooting guys and girls, like he didn't give a fuck.
Yeah. Well, he was definitely going after the women, but he wouldn't not shoot the dude either. So
just because you're a guy doesn't mean you got off lucky.
No, I think a lot of it
I just think that was witness.
I don't even think it was that, dude. I think a lot of it, and this is my personal opinion on it, is that it was like a crime of convenience, because it's like 3 a.m. There's nobody. You find a car with people in it and nobody around. You're like, okay, this is the people.
Yeah, look around real quick. No, okay.
I think that's just literally as far as that thinking went.
Yeah.
I don't think it went any further.
He went out with the intention to kill. He just had to find.
Yeah, he wasn't like stalking these people like a lot of killers do. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
he wasn't like following them or learning their routines or anything. I think it was just he was driving around till he saw somebody in a car that he fucking U'd. You know what I mean? Pulled up behind, the lights off, boom, 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 gets the fuck out of Dodge. I think that's as far as it went.
Make sure nobody's around.
Mm-hmm.
Does his thing and just kind of walks off.
Yep. I think
and the thing is, by the time the gunshots get heard, and people start looking out their windows, he's already a fucking block away.
Well, plus, even if you see somebody running, this is New York in the
middle of the night in the 70s.
There's still going to be people on the streets.
Yeah, when like the New York City,
when gunshots start going off, everybody's running.
Yeah.
So you can't even pin down like exactly who it was.
Right.
Because if there's anybody on the streets, they're running.
Right.
But he had, for obvious reasons, he received the moniker the 44 caliber killer because, well, unsurprisingly, he used a 44 caliber bulldog revolver to attack his victims during his spree.
Right.
Have you ever seen that gun, dude? Like that thing's a beast, man.
Yeah. It's like fucking Dirty Harry's gun or something.
Yeah, I mean that motherfucker, you know what I mean, with a bulldog. That's
it was a short nose.
That's got a short,
stub nose,
it's got a shorter barrel, but with a 44 caliber.
Powerful, yeah.
Dude, he's decimating you.
It's surprising that the amount of people lived.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Especially with
because these were point blank too. Like how many people
a couple
actually
feet
lived?
Away at most.
Yeah. Like he caught people in the head and all the time. They just lived
However
through it.
far it is to hold a gun at a car window
Yeah.
and shoot the person sitting in it. However far that is.
Because he just unloaded too. Bop, bop,
2
bop, bop,
foot.
bop, bop.
Well, I think that's probably a lot of why some of those folks survived.
Yeah, because he wasn't
it was
aiming.
kind of like,
Well, that thing's had a hell of a kick on it because there's the barrel isn't pulling the gun down at all.
right.
So you're pulling your wrist is catching the full kickback on it.
I mean, that, and the fact remains, like, that's how you knew he was always going for the woman, because it was always the passenger side first.
Yeah.
And that was back
Because
in the
back
day
in the
when-
70s, women weren't allowed to drive yet. So they've come a long way. in
Yeah, they
40
have.
Years,
They
50
have.
years.
Some
Well,
would say for the better. Some would say
I would say for the worse.
worse. Yeah.
But Berkowitz actually spurred one of the largest manhunts in history of like New York City.
Which is saying something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Considering this is a city, especially back in the 70s, where murder was common.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was dangerous. Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
It's fucking dangerous as hell now.
Yeah, but
They
it
never,
was
like,
even
not-
worse back
was
in the
not
70s.
dangerous.
Yeah, but see, they rolled in there in the 80s and cleaned that shit up. But now, with all their bullshit that they do now, it's just as bad again.
Yeah.
But yeah, back in Berkowitz day, dude, yeah, the city wasn't fucking, the go-to tourist mecca that it is now.
Mm-hmm. You
Yeah,
showed
down-
up.
it was
all-
definitely
Because
everything was
downtown was nothing
dangerous.
but drugs and hookers and
Everything was grainy. It's awful.
yeah.
Unsaturated. It just there was no such thing as bright colors.
No.
But even some of the worst people, even I shouldn't say some, everybody has like a beginning.
Right.
Mhm.
And Berkowitz was originally born as Richard David Falco on June 1st, 1953, in Brooklyn, New York.
Is that an Italian name?
I believe it is.
Continue.
Thank you. Unfortunately for David, though, his parents were unmarried at the time. Now, that was still frowned upon
Mm-hmm.
back
Yeah,
then,
big
too.
time. Yeah, it was.
And right as he was born, both of his parents split, and he was put up for adoption.
There's
This
part
is always a
one.
great.
I
There's
was
part
gonna say,
one
here's
of creating.
step one to the recipe for a serial killer.
No, I'm not saying that all adopted people are serial killers. I'm just saying, look at the proof.
Seems
Yeah.
to be a pattern.
I'm
though.
just saying they're not all serial killers.
I don't know if they
That's
are or
a
not,
fact.
and I don't want to find out.
But yeah, after he was adopted, his new parents quickly changed his whole name from David Berkowitz to David Berkowitz. Sorry,
Right.
from Richard Falco, which I don't know, dude. Falco's still kind of a cool name.
Yeah, if you're a Smash Brothers character.
Exactly.
It's a cool
That's what
name.
exactly how Falco punch, man. Like knock your ass right out of the ring.
Or if you're like a luck dragon. You know what I mean? That's a good one. Oh, that's Falcor. Never, I was close.
Yeah.
That was close though.
But early on in his life, as most serial killers, he was showing signs of violent tendencies
Mhm.
and like violent behavior patterns.
Yeah, I think it's hard to hide that stuff sometimes when you're
Yeah, see, a lot of them will do like
completely
animal
insane.
mutilation stuff.
Yeah,
like that.
I don't think he did really any of that. If he did, I don't remember reading about it.
No.
Yeah, I've never heard nothing about him doing like that part of it.
But I might just not be remembering it.
But
But
even if he didn't, though, I mean, these. So right now we got him being put up for
violent.
adoption.
Yep,
Already have violent tendencies on him.
yep,
So there's 2 marks against him.
right.
Yeah.
Now, he wasn't like a violent child per se. A lot of this kind of was attributed when his adopted mother died in 1967, and he
Yeah,
was
they
pretty
were really
close to her.
Yeah, they were close. Yeah,
Yeah, I would think
And that
so.
devastated him too.
Yeah,
Like
they were
that was
close.
not a good time for him at all.
Mm-mm.
And that's when he started getting involved in crimes, petty larceny, pyromania, stuff like that.
Right.
But it never. Now this is like high school time,
Right.
and the weird part is it never affected his schooling or really ever got into any legal trouble. And I think he got caught a couple times.
They just slap on the wrist. Kids
Move
being
on.
kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially
shit.
back then, man. It was a lot of that, just kids being kids shit. You know what I mean? And for probably some pretty serious shit that nowadays would put a kid in juvie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like back then, it was like, you know, he burned half the fucking park down, but boys will be boys.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like,
But you know, his trouble would continue, especially when his adoptive father got remarried in 71. And then
Well, he
just
waited 4
moved.
years. I mean, I think that's the appropriate amount of time.
yeah.
Well, the problem is that he moved to Florida without him, with his new wife.
So now he's got.
Oh.
He
Now
wasn't
here we go
allowed
with
to
another
go.
abandonment issue.
Yep.
The
Well,
compound already
He has
feeling
3
abandoned.
checks against him already.
Well, you know, your parents, he moved to Florida like all good, I believe, Jewish men do.
Yeah.
Eventually moved to Florida.
And just the elderly from New York will move to Florida. It's just,
And then they're going to call you
that's
once a
by
week
law, I
Queens.
believe.
and then say, I can't believe you live in that weather. You know?
Yeah.
And they got to tell you that it's November and it's 88.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, fantastic.
Yeah. Dude, my brother lives in Florida, and that's all I ever hear when I do talk to him.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, it's fucking 91 down here.
Like,
I'm
good
like,
for you,
dude,
bitch.
I'm in South Carolina. It's fucking 84 here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not that different.
No.
It's like it's not like you're up in New York, son.
It's
We're
all
30.
balls. It's all ball soup, brother.
Yeah.
I mean, no matter which place you are, it's hot as fuck.
I mean, dude, there's another strike against this cat. You know, he was already having abandonment issues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
and
with
then,
his mom. All right, first he fucked up first and foremost because you know he's adopted.
Right. And we're not saying all adopted people are crazy.
No, but I'm saying.
yeah, but I
then
do
his
believe that
mother
his
died.
adopted parents
the
did
one
tell him
person-
he was adopted too.
Yeah,
Like at a
exactly.
Yeah,
young
I mean,
age.
but the thing is that like I think some folks will
He-
use like he was
he knew it.
adopted as like part of it. Sure, I mean I think that does come into play for sure. You know what I mean? But I think that's like more later on that comes into a bigger picture. You know what I mean? I don't think it really
Yeah.
bothered him as much when he was a kid because
Well, no.
because his adopted parents
were
were
there,
good
like-
people.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
They were good people.
Even they raised him well. They
Yeah.
you know they loved. They showed him love.
Yeah, I didn't see
So I'm
anything where
thinking
it was like
the lady dying
excessive.
probably hit him pretty fucking hard, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Like, there
the
was
one
nothing
person
when
that
I
showed
was-
me the love.
you're right. It was no longer here.
Yeah. Because there was nothing when I was doing the research on it where I could find where he was abused
I don't think
outside
he was
of like the basic 70s kind of discipline.
yeah.
Well,
You
yeah,
pick
I
a
mean,
switch.
yeah, dude, you get your ass whooped for doing dumb shit.
Yeah.
But back then, all parents beat their kids.
What a time to be in.
They did. I ain't bullshitting. You stepped in
You
line.
have
You
any
got
idea how
slapped.
nice it would be to tell my kids, go pick your own switch?
You still can kinda. You're. I
Yeah,
think
but
that's allowed.
back then
in,
I
like,
didn't, you didn't have to worry
wherever
about
you
it.
live, like your city's charter. Pretty sure that's still allowed. That's on the
I
books.
can honestly say I'm old enough that I could say I did go pick my own switch.
Adrian Peterson did it to his kids.
Yeah, he did.
Are you kidding me? Which is fucking horrible.
That's old school. That's old school discipline there, son.
Jesus Christ, that's horrible, man. I mean, you can't just like beat the crazy out of these kids. It doesn't really doesn't help.
No.
You know, it's not gonna help anything.
Go figure.
It'd make you feel better.
50
about-
years later, they figured out it only
Yeah.
makes them worse.
Oh, you like being violent?
Yeah.
Here's some
Now
more
let-
violence.
Here's more
Yeah.
violence to curb that violence.
Let me beat the shit out of you.
I'm gonna
with this
cancel
own-
out your violence with my violence.
Yeah. I'm going to beat you with the stick that I made you go get.
It's like, what the
What do
fuck
you think about that one?
kind of logic is working here?
Yeah, it's fucking nuts.
I don't understand.
So, you know, basically, man, what Berkowitz did, dude, I think is what a lot of people did back then.
Yeah.
If you know, it's kind of that way even to this day. You know, where you find yourself not really knowing what you want to do with your life
Uh-huh.
or what your purpose is. So, you know,
Mhm.
he did what a lot of them do. He joined the army.
Yeah.
And in 71, he served in South Korea and various other U.S. bases as well.
Well, I think South Korea too is where like, and I know this has probably nothing, but I think that's where he lost his virginity was there too, which I think was a big part of moving on
Yeah,
what's
I thi-
happening
I
here
think
because
you're
he
right on
wasn't
that.
he wasn't good with the ladies.
No.
You know what I mean? So I think he got like a little bit of a taste of it.
Are you telling me
And old soul,
a
you
short,
know,
pudgy
you know, soul. He got the
Jewish
soul
man
just
was
took him right out of him. I wanted
bad
to
with
chick,
the
and that's what
ladies?
happened. Yeah. Yeah.
say it ain't so, man?
God bless
Pudgy
him.
Jewish guy had trouble with the ladies.
Yeah.
He wasn't even Jewish.
Yeah.
He was Italian.
He just got
No,
yeah.
I
he-
think he
He
I
went
do
from
believe-
Italian to Jewish. That's what happened.
I'm
I
fairly
thought
confident
Jewish,
he
but
was
he's
Jewish, actually.
Well, okay, yeah, I think his religion was Jewish.
Yeah.
Judaism.
Oh, Jews aren't a race, bro. Like
Yes, they are.
No, they are
it's a
not.
They're
religion.
not.
it's a
It's a
religion.
Oh man. Whoops.
Anybody can be Jewish, man.
Whoops.
All you gotta do is convert.
Uh,
My bad.
mm.
See, you learn something new every day. What?
I don't know, man. I'm gonna kind of double down on it a little bit because like if I like, but like for real, like if you see a Jewish person, you're like, oh, that guy looks Jewish, and 9 times out of 10 you'd be right. I think that's fair to say.
If they were Hasidic, yes.
I have no empirical evidence for this at all, and it's a very loose theory that clearly is
Especially
not
if they're
going
like
well
I guess
because
the
I'm still
Orthodox.
rambling. It's clearly not going well because I'm trying to find something
Right now, what I'm trying to do,
to
everybody, is
segue
dig
off of this
myself
and make me
out.
not look like a racist.
Yeah.
I'm trying to dig my way out of this hole.
Let me help you there. Because of
Uh,
the army, Berkowitz was also known as an excellent marksman, which obviously may come into play later in his life.
Do you think?
And-
Do you
Yeah.
think I just ruined the show there, like forever? Like, if we ever get syndicated, this episode's not fucking making it.
Yeah, no,
it's not making it.
I think we'll be all right.
Because you know who runs the big corporations for this kind of stuff? The Irish.
The
Yeah,
Irish.
goddamn Irish.
Just trying to cover my tracks, baby.
Yeah. You know how they are. It's actually the what are they called? The Palladians and the reptilians. Well, fuck them. And fuck the lizard people there.
yeah.
You know.
Hmm.
But you know, dude, believe it or not, he was honorably discharged.
Yeah.
When his tour was over.
Yeah, you know, he did his time like a man.
Well, yeah, see, during this time though, he wasn't
Crazy.
he wasn't losing grip on reality.
Right.
Well,
He was
yeah, that's
still
because he's over
fairly
there.
sane.
Well, yeah, he's over there playing with guns. He's getting South Korean hookers. You know, I mean, he's
Hooker,
fucking
I believe.
drinking,
Yeah, it was
hanging
just
with
the
his
one.
boys. He's having the time of his life, man.
Yeah.
Beers, bras, and guns.
Yeah.
What can you do? Now, are we just going to cancel for me saying broads,
Probably.
or did I?
Yeah, I
just show
think.
my
Well,
age on
you were talking about.
Well, this was a
generalizations,
good
so we're
run.
good.
that?
It was a
Okay,
good
okay.
like 33 episode run.
Not,
It was,
not
it
like
was good.
10
We might as well
years.
go ahead and just tank this whole thing in one episode.
No. We don't. No, we weren't. We were not talking about women. We were just talking about. He meant broad generalization.
Broad amount of people
Yeah.
that happen to be female and
Broadway.
did sex
Shut
acts
the
for
fuck
money.
up. Shut the fuck up. We were out. You pulled us right back in. All right, please move on.
Well,
Please,
when he
God.
got back to the States,
Yes.
Berkowitz would he went on a journey looking for his birth mother. And
I get that though. I
yeah, I
get
mean,
that.
you know, dude.
I can
so
see a lot of
long.
folks doing that are adopted. They want to know, you know.
Well, he found her, Betty Falco, and Falco. She informed Berkowitz that his birth father had died recently, and that he was a result of an illegitimate birth.
Because they weren't married.
Yeah.
Right.
Which he
because
did not
wasn't
take
married.
well at all.
Yeah,
No, I
know,
mean
but
back
I
in
take-
back in that time, they you know, like that was a fuck. I mean, even in the 70s, that was still
That was
kind
a
of a big
stigma.
deal, man.
Oh,
it was
yeah,
still
hell
a
yeah,
big-
that was a big deal.
And he was born in the 50s, so it was even
He was
more
even
like
worse.
Leave It to Beaver kind of shit. You know what I mean? Where
Yeah. Now that was he did not take kindly to his dad or his real dad being dead either.
right, because you couldn't meet him, couldn't talk
Yeah.
to him.
Well, yeah, and plus, I mean, you know, he was already kind of pissed off because his real mother didn't want him.
Yeah, I think like more.
Around this time is when he starts falling apart slowly.
Well, I
but
mean,
he's starting
you
to
know,
fall apart.
but finding that out, man, you know, about his dad and all that, you know, I mean, obviously he was upset, you know, as it would most people. But then but then he ended up losing contact with his birth mother. And if I'm not mistaken, dude, I think she really told him she really didn't want fucking nothing to do with him.
Mm,
I don't
Yeah.
remember what she said.
And
To
I think she had
him.
another daughter. I think she had a daughter.
oh,
That Berkowitz was mad. Like this is one of the reasons why he was mad at her, is because
Really?
like why would she keep her? Like he had an older sister or half sister or whatever.
right.
And why would she keep her and not me? Why did she love her?
Well, I mean,
and
even
not
that
love
I
me?
could see.
Yeah.
I could see the anger behind
There's
it.
some jealousy there.
Yeah,
And some why wasn't I good enough kind of self-loathing in there.
yeah. Which just, piled on to all the other stuff he was already going through and that he's been through. You know what I mean? I
Mhm,
mean, he was
yeah.
already feeling worthless at that point.
Hmm. No,
I
I
mean,
agree. He definitely
like,
was.
yeah, and now you got the woman who gave you life basically telling you, I don't want nothing to do with you. Around 75, Berkowitz worked a large number of blue collar jobs, such as like security guard, them types of jobs.
Never felt safer.
Yeah, I know. I know, dude, right? You got the son of Sam as a security guard. Like,
Yeah.
not that, not that
Like
they knew,
a
but
completely just insane like Paul Blart. Like,
Now you gotta remember he's only just now starting to unravel.
yeah.
it's
Well,
there.
yeah, I mean, you're right, because around 75, this is when Berkowitz's mental health kind of started to, I guess, rapidly deteriorate.
Yeah.
And, basically later on, he was diagnosed, not surprisingly, as a paranoid schizophrenic.
I
No.
think that was like a common like catch-all back then though, before like the expanse of mental health issues, you know what I mean? Where like they have like, scientific evidence now of like, chemical compounds in your brain when you do have like certain afflictions, mental health afflictions, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where like it's now it's like, no, we know these are different things happening. So we label them something different to coincide with behavior patterns,
Yeah.
But back then they're like, he's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
You
He's a
know,
paranoid schizophrenic. Yeah.
just paranoid schizophrenic, you know what I mean? Like I just think about like One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest or something, where like everybody in there was a paranoid schizophrenic because they didn't know
Yeah.
what else to call it.
I actually went to Family Guy when they went to the insane asylum, and they're like, "This
I
man's a
remember that one.
paraplegic. He's insane."
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Cleveland comes up. He says, "A black man talking back to a white man. This man is clearly insane." Throws him in there.
Mhm. I don't remember that one.
You got
don't,
Quagmire.
dude. Yeah,
Like,
Quagmire's like,
chicks
"You
in
have
there you
any,
have chicks that you have sex with?"
comatose,
Yeah.
women you pay money to have sex with?" "Oh yeah, of course. Come on in."
Come on in. Yeah, he ain't the crazy one though.
Oh, that's like that thing from Kill Bill in the
Oh
beginning.
yeah, in the very beginning of it.
Pussy wagon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
I guess
God.
it was crazy. But I mean, it's like you said, dude, it was kind of a catch-all, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, he definitely like had some mental health issues. I mean, he was, he had started all those fires when he was a kid.
Yeah.
He was, breaking in, doing, petty larceny, but still a crime.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. And he also, he felt extremely, isolated and detached from the world around him. And,
Right.
And now that you brought it up, he became an arsonist and literally set like literally hundreds of fires in New York City and was never arrested for any of them. I mean,
Should've
according
stuck
to
with
him,
that, sounds like
well, according to his
Yeah.
diary, man, like this dude set
Pretty
fucking
successful.
1,500 fires
that's a
That's
fucking
in
lot.
the mid 70s.
That I'd say that's quite a bit. But then of course, that's like trash can fires, dumpster fires. That's not
Can
like
you imagine
I'm
the
setting
look?
somebody's house on fire.
Can you imagine the look on Smokey the Bear's face when he found out how many fires that guy had started?
Dude, he had a stroke.
Yeah, he did.
His hair started falling out.
Yeah, he was a fucking wreck.
Hear that? He just didn't give a fuck because it was in the city and just wasn't in his forest.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
that's
all
true,
know
I guess.
Smokey only cares about the forest.
Yeah, he's like,
where does a bear live? I guess. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
he's like, you want to burn that shithole down? Go ahead.
Yeah.
You'd be
I don't
doing the
care
world
about
a
that.
favor.
Yeah, him or the
Come
Pope
over
didn't
here
care
and
'cause
you
they
have
both pooped in
one-
the same place.
You set one bush on fire. I will
Yeah,
I will slit all
I
of
will
your throats.
maul you.
I will maul you to death.
I will take this tie off. This
I'm
fucking
gonna-
Mountie hat.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't make me take this Mountie hat off.
Oh, wait, Yogi had the tie. Yeah, I get my fictional bears confused. Didn't he fly a plane and shit too? Like he was like some sort of like cargo pilot. That was
Oh.
Baloo.
Yeah, that was
Got it.
Baloo. Yeah,
Yeah.
see, get your fictional bears in order.
Yeah, he hit up pretty much every last one of them.
Yeah.
So.
But I mean, supposedly this is right around when he began hearing the voices of the demons that were relentlessly tormenting him and commanding him to murder people. So this is where he starts establishing his alibi or
I
his
wonder,
cause.
I wonder how, like, we had a previous guest on the show, Steve Paul,
Yeah.
who's part of the Empire State Paranormal Society. I believe I'm saying that right.
Yep.
Yeah, you are.
Who's being a demonologist. I wonder what he thinks about that.
Yeah.
Because don't they believe that that kind of shit can happen?
Yeah. Yeah. 100%. Demonologists believe that shit's like for real deal.
Right.
Like you can.
So maybe
truly
it
be
was.
But
possessed
see,
by
actually,
evil.
do you know, like the church itself will have, like, if you call up to like your pastor, your the father, whatever, and you say, "Hey, I think I'm having like a demon possession," you have to like go see a psychiatrist,
Yeah.
the whole
just
nine, because they're trying to
weed
yeah, there's
out
a
the
whole
crazy.
process.
the actual like
Huh.
the organization of the church, especially I believe it was Christianity,
Mhm.
is they're trying to get away from like
The devil
everybody's
made me do it.
possessed, because they like realize that some of this is actually like in your head.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mental health issues or
Yeah, so they're
Yeah,
trying
yeah.
to like move away from like
That's what they should do.
their archaic kind of
Vet
look
it
to
out
it.
before you traumatize somebody with this.
yeah, because
Yeah.
it's actually like doers. There's people who will do it on purpose, like they know what a possession is supposed to be,
Yeah.
and they'll do it to like some sort of gratify their needs.
Was this
or
around the
whatever.
time that like The Exorcist came out?
Yep. Dude, like this was
You
probably the
got me.
precursor, to the whole satanic panic.
Yeah, I do know about satanic panic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
but
Like
I
this
think
was-
that was even later though, wasn't it in the 80s?
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, that was like early mid 80s, you know what I mean? But maybe this was kind of like, the whole, the devil made me do it thing kind of got
No,
going.
well, I mean, I just looked it up. I mean, Exorcist 1973, right in the fucking ballpark.
Yeah. So
Yeah, this though I
So
believe
like
it's
the
more.
demon
It's
kind of
less
stuff
of
was
a
like was kind of a like
was
a
kinda
pop
big at
culture
that.
thing at this point.
yeah.
yeah,
Which I think this is less of like some sort of possession thing and just more he batshit crazy.
for sure.
Depends on your view of things, I guess. I don't think the demonologist would agree with you.
Well, let's just give him a call real quick. Let's see what
I think
he's
he
up
would
to. It's only
disrespectfully
7:30.
agree with you. You
Well, I mean,
idiot.
you can't always blame it on the devil, man. You know what I mean?
No. Some
It's
people
kinda
are,
like-
some
it's
people
kinda
just
like-
have mental health problems, man.
Yeah, I mean, just like paranoid schizophrenics, a catch-all phrase.
Yeah.
The devil made me do it.
You have to catch all phrase.
Yeah, fucking, let me just cover all my bases, bro. The devil made me do it. Oh, okay. My bad. Our bad.
Try that on your next speeding ticket.
Yeah.
Sir, do you know why I pulled you over? Satan. What? I assume demons had something to do with it. They're behind everything.
I was hitting the brakes. The demons were pushing the car faster. I don't know.
Yeah. It wasn't my fault, officer.
What the fuck is happening?
Why are you wearing that crucifix?
I don't know. I think maybe certain parts of the country you might get away with that. Bible Belt. You might get away
You'd
with
have to be pretty deep in the woods of the Bible Belt to believe.
Yeah, I'm
it
gonna
would
say
be
if you're
that.
probably pretty deep in the Bible Belt,
Hmm.
that might actually work.
No.
No,
I
it
don't
ain't
even
gonna
think
work.
it's not gonna
Of course not. It ain't gonna work.
Not gonna work.
That's ridiculous.
Unless your
It's like it
fucking
didn't
head
work.
spins around 360 degrees and you vomit
Yeah.
green shit all over your dashboard.
Yeah.
Nobody's buying it.
You start fucking levitating out of nowhere.
You start talking like the cop's mother's voice. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
creepy shit like that.
Yeah, like they did in The Exorcist.
Yeah.
Then you might want to be like, yo, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and just cut you loose on this one. Just slow
Yeah.
it down.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
I wonder like
Actually, you know what? Speed it up as fast as far. Get away from me as fast as
You
humanly
know what? Do
possible.
whatever the fuck you want to do.
you know I think like the funnier part of that is like I think if you were to ask like a long-term like state trooper or something, if he's ever heard something like that, I guarantee the answer is yes.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah,
Dude.
Yeah.
No way he hasn't heard something like
I'm
that.
sure somebody out somewhere out there.
Satan took the wheel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I don't know.
I mean, they got no problem saying Jesus take the wheel.
Yeah, but I think that's more of like
That's
it's
a
like a phrase. Not like a reason to like get out of like traffic tickets.
It's like, yo, Jesus wanted me fucking speed. I was late for my confirmation.
Yeah. Well, sir.
Well, I mean, that dude, that's when the voices of the demons, they relentlessly,
Mhm.
and you know, it was just relentless and relentless.
Yeah. He kept hearing him and hearing him and hearing him, telling him
And just
to
basically to
murder
shut him
people.
up, you know, and they were commanding him to murder people, man. And to shut him
Right.
up, you know, he was just like, well, fuck, I got to do what I got to do.
Right.
Well, on Christmas Eve in 75, the commands would almost be fulfilled
Right.
for the very first time because he, you know, he stabbed 2 women with the hunting knife.
Whew.
One woman, Michelle Foreman, survived the attack, however, and the second woman would never be officially identified, but I believe she also survived.
Right.
Yeah, they both survived, and it was a weird thing too. Where it's like he came up behind him, like stabbed one in the back, and she just like looked at him, and then ran away. Like didn't
It's an odd
fall or nothing. She
reaction.
fucking poof, took off.
That's a really weird reaction to getting
It is.
shanked.
Yeah, I was like, so I was like, I don't know about
Excuse
that. I
me?
think I might have fell.
Yeah.
It more like an irritation, like you just got like bit by a mosquito. Like, God damn
It's
it!
kind of like in the movies, dude, where they look down and like, did you just fucking stab me?
Like, yeah, it's like
For real?
disbelief.
Like, what
This
the
is the
fuck just
toughest.
happened?
This is the toughest woman in New York,
Yeah.
and you're trying to stab her.
Yeah.
She just looked at her.
This is the
and
Arnold
bounced.
Schwarzenegger of women, right?
Yeah, she just looked at him and bounced.
Fucking Terminator.
The T-1000.
He's like, damn, that bitch must be from the Bronx.
She didn't want to blow her cover as a human.
Yeah.
So she took off.
Hell, what they don't say is that wasn't even their first time that night being stabbed.
Yeah.
Well, if she would have ripped out his skeleton, ran out of his body, it would have been a dead giveaway that she was a robot from the future.
But I mean, honestly, dude, you know, I mean, if that was his first thing, you know,
Well, that's
it kind of made sense that he jumped to a gun. Because he's like,
Yeah.
damn,
It
I
didn't
stabbed
work.
these chicks and they just fucking
yeah.
look
He
at
just
me.
It didn't work, and it's too much. It's like a lot of it's effort for one,
Oh my
and
God.
he's
And
trying
personal.
to be in and out. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Kind of like blitz attack and then
Yeah.
leave.
plus it's
Yeah.
a little too personal to stab somebody.
Well, yeah, because you
know.
actually feel that blade going in and out.
Yeah, guns
Not
a
just
little
that,
more.
but you know, it's like what Tim
it's
just said,
faster,
man. You
too.
know, yeah. I mean, unless you walk up and you know, basically cut their throat from behind. That's a tough and long way to kill somebody
Hmm.
when you're trying to not be seen.
Mm.
Yeah, especially him. He's just trying to like quiet the voices.
Yeah.
I don't know
So
though. I
just
mean, I
kill
guess
'em
if
fast.
you like sneak up behind and slit their throat, isn't that what like a lot of like Navy SEAL actors do? Like in the movies, like they'll sneak up.
Yeah, but you don't like.
They're all in
insta-
black. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you don't like insta die.
Insta
Like you're sitting
die.
there, yeah,
Oh.
like
Well, you're not
choking on
yelling
your
for
own
help. I
blood.
can tell you that.
No. Plus, they're doing it for God and country, man.
Oh, I mean, what they do. Okay, let's separate movies from reality. As I said in the movies, that's what they do.
Yes.
I didn't say that's what SEAL Team 6 is doing. I'm just saying that's what they do in the movies, for Christ's sakes.
But yes,
we
in
gotta
the
break
movies,
that
you
parallel
split
between
somebody's.
reality and fiction. That we're going down the Son of Sam.
Yes, in the
trail here.
movies, if you slit someone's throat, that's just them dead.
Yeah, they just.
But
Well, in
in
the movies, if
reality-
you bop somebody on the top of the head, they get knocked out for 38 minutes. Like
Yeah.
you get to do all your hijinks, and then they wake
Hijinks.
up after you leave. Like
Yeah.
all groggy, they didn't know what happened. Like you like karate chop them like in the neck, and then just like
just-
and they pass out.
Out they
For
go.
hours.
He's like he's stabbing him, and at the same time he's doing like a Benny Hill routine.
Yeah, it's like what the fuck is happening here?
He's just like,
You know what I did notice though, like a side thing though, is like I watch a lot of like MMA fight videos,
yeah,
and like now when I watch those and I watch like fight scenes in movies, I can't enjoy them because I'm like that would have knocked him out immediately.
yeah,
That exact knee right to the face. You know what I mean, by a guy who's supposed to be a superhuman.
But dude, you know what's funny? He's like,
Pretty sure
you
that
can
would've
call
killed.
like that even to like wrestling. You'd be like, dude, if they did that, they would kill somebody if they did that.
Yeah,
In
but at
real
least
life.
wrestling is like, you know, we're entertainment.
Yeah,
You know, they don't ever claim to be real.
Yeah, but imagine like if you're watching a movie and like Superman. Actually, you know what?
that's a terrible
Spider-Man.
reference immediately.
Walks up and just punches the bad guy in the Hawk in the face, and he just out he goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it wouldn't make for a good fight scene.
Like I can't watch like when the Hulk punches somebody and they don't just explode into like a million fucking pieces.
Yeah.
It's like a mist.
Yeah.
It's like it's the
like a-
fucking Incredible
Because
Hulk.
that would be
Yeah.
like
It's the
triple
Incredible
R
Hulk.
rated.
Yeah, that's the Incredible Hulk. You know what I mean? He's like 900 pounds of solid muscle and rage
Like the
and science.
like the Hulk, like the 2000s Hulk, where he kicks that dude into a tree.
Yeah. Well, the guy, like, at least in the movie though, like the guy was like broken up real bad,
Yeah,
and the only way he got like put back is when they give him like where he comes to the
serum.
abomination. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. Like any other thing that he punches just turns into fucking dust,
Yeah.
especially people.
Well,
It
in the
just doesn't make any
movies,
sense.
he never really hits people.
Well,
Not
like
people.
he hits
He's
like
always
the
hitting
monsters.
like monster. Yeah, monsters. But they're like crumbling.
Yeah, no, they fly 500 feet through a building, like Dragon Ball Z. You know what I mean? Like that's what happens. I just want to see the Hulk when he punches somebody.
Yeah, like a regular
Just
human.
It's just a pink mist.
they turn into
happens.
a different form. They're no longer a solid. Now they're a liquid or
They're liquid.
something like gas or something.
It's turned into a liquid. It's a puddle on the ground.
You know what I mean? He hit them so hard, he changed like the state of their matter. You know what I mean? That's what I want to see. That's more realistic.
Anyways, moving on to 76, right?
Uh-huh.
Berkowitz moved into a suburb in Yonkers. It was a 2-family home, like a
Like
duplex.
split.
Yeah, like that wall where the wall splits them.
Yeah, like a townhome, modern townhome kind of thing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And that's where
Yeah, there's
he's
a lot of them.
starting
in
to get
Yonkers.
that Son of Sam thing going, is when he moves into Yonkers.
Right.
Because he starts to believe that the German Shepherd that was a pet of one of his neighbors was possessed by a demon, and that even other dogs in the area were also possessed, and they were also giving him orders to kill.
Like pretty.
Yeah, like pretty young women. That's
Right.
kind of where. That's why all the women in New York were terrified.
Why is it always with these guys, man? It's always pretty young women.
Because they're the ones that they've rejected.
Yeah.
Rejected them, or didn't give them attention, or maybe they didn't
Well, I
even
mean,
have
dude,
the
who
courage
wants
to
to
talk
kill
to
an
them.
ugly chick? You know what I mean?
You're just doing people a favor at that point. But
That though.
I might be on that list. I don't know. Maybe.
But yeah, one of the dogs in the suburb actually ended up getting shot, which likely was Berkowitz.
Well, I mean, wasn't it the old man's dog that ended up getting shot?
No,
No,
was it?
no, the shepherd's still alive. It's a
Oh,
different
shepherd.
dog.
it was a different like neighborhood dog.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like it's like any dog that he saw
Pretty
was
much.
possessed by demons.
Yeah, man. At this point, he was
Them
really
fucking Germans.
I don't even think it was a German Shepherd that he shot.
No, I don't think it was. It was probably like a Pomeranian or something.
Yeah.
I didn't look into when I was
Shit,
researching it.
I can
didn't
get why
care.
you'd want to shoot that fucking thing.
Yeah, it's like one of those toy dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he also started to believe that even his neighbors were possessed by demons.
All right.
So everybody around him is a demon.
Every
animal around him is a demon. This dude's really
So he like never
Going off
once
the
thought
deep
that
end.
maybe he was in hell.
Yeah,
Everything was
right?
demons
Not once.
surrounding him.
not once.
Dude, could
Didn't
you
put that
imagine?
Because he like we said earlier, this was like a self-imposed like exile from society.
Mm.
Because he started to believe he was, like
I mean, as far as
alone.
isolating himself.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Well, yeah. I
then-
mean, I guess if you think
Then
everything-
these
everyone's
demons
a
come
demon,
into
you're-
play, which goes straight into a psychosis. Into this is why he's alone,
Right.
because the demons isolated him from the rest of society.
Right.
Dude, how ratcheted up is your fucking paranoia?
Hmm.
You know what I mean? At that point, when you think that every fucking dog, every person, every time, everything around waiting around the corner for you is a demon.
That's why I have a
That
cat.
level of paranoia has to be like astronomical.
That's why I'm a cat guy. You can always trust a cat.
Yo, yeah.
They tell it to you straight.
Yeah.
We don't
I
give
mean,
a
yeah,
fuck
when they're
about
talking to you,
They
I mean,
never
when my
hide
cat's
anything.
talking to me,
It's tough love and it's hard truths.
Yeah, my cat can't be bothered to talk to me. You're lucky your dog fucking talks to you, even if it is a demon.
At least you got a friend.
Yeah, at least you got somebody to
you
talk
have,
to.
yeah, you have somebody who wants to talk to you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You're just a bad influence. Who hasn't had one of them?
Yo, dude, it kind of reminds you a lot of that. What the fuck was that movie?
Like the only people that want to talk to me is when I'm at work, and all they want to do is yell at me.
Yeah,
You talk about the
You know?
Ryan Reynolds movie
Yeah,
where
the
his
Ryan
dog and
Reynolds
cat are talking
movie.
to him.
Voices.
yeah, telling
Yeah.
him to fucking put heads in his fridge.
No, it was the cat telling him to kill, and I think it was the dog trying to tell
Telling
him
them
not to.
Yeah.
Not to kill.
Yeah,
I
the dog
remember
was the good
correctly.
guy in that one.
Yeah, this kind of sounds a lot like that, but just in reverse, I guess.
And not in any way funny.
Yeah.
Like,
That's why I didn't like that
one
movie,
was-
because the way they portrayed the cat.
Yeah. We-
And the dog is always the big doofy one. Don't do it. Don't do
Yeah.
it.
yeah.
Cats are just pure fucking evil, man.
Like, didn't the cat have like a Spanish accent too?
yeah, I
I
think it
honestly I
did.
don't remember.
It was
I
something
think
like
it
or
did.
French or something. Yeah, it was like really
Yeah,
weird.
it was like some crazy shit like that.
But you
I
know,
s-
this is when
I just always imagined like if a cat could talk, it would be like with like a British accent.
But
some
yeah, for
reason.
sure. 100%, dude.
yeah,
Just
like real proper.
yeah,
Yeah,
just proper and ignorant and like
with like just like a slight hint of passive aggressiveness,
yeah.
but
And,
nothing
like-
too bad that you can't handle.
Yeah, and he talks to you with like just like you said, like a little hint of like degradation every time he talks to you.
Yeah,
This this is when David. I'm gonna get back on track here.
Yeah.
But this is when David. Yeah, he moved yet again to his last residence,
hmm
still in Yonkers, but he just moved to a different apartment.
right, to get away from the demons.
Yeah.
Or it was
Unfortunately,
cheaper.
for people in New York, there were dogs in this area too.
Yeah, I imagine anywhere you move, there's probably going to be some dogs
Yeah, I
Yeah,
would think
around.
yeah,
They're
maybe.
pretty
Yeah.
popular.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I actually
mean, they've been
misspoke
around a
earlier.
while.
This is when the Son of Sam thing comes into play.
Okay,
Not his first apartment, the second one.
right.
That's on
Okay,
me. Because his neighbor, one of his neighbors was a man named Sam Carr,
Okay.
and this black Labrador retriever by the name of Harvey.
Good old Harvey.
Yeah, I forgot he moved the second time.
hmm
But of course, even poor Harvey, like you just said, he was infested with demons. He didn't have one; he had several.
Well, I mean, what,
Well, you
like,
gotta
what
go
catch
to the
him
vet
at
and you
the-
gotta get that pill you give them once every
Yeah, I
3
was
months.
gonna say,
Get
what do you
demons out of them.
catch demons at the dog park or something?
It keeps
like,
demons out. It kills fleas
Demon
and
be
ticks.
gone, man. Yeah.
And it's a heartworm medicine.
Yeah.
All wrapped into
Guaranteed
one.
for your dog not to need an exorcism.
Yeah, this is
Can you imagine a dog exorcism? That would be hilarious. Like, what is happening?
whatever kind of infestation your dog has. This
We'll
pill
take
gets
care
rid
of
of it.
Yep. Everything from fleas and ticks to demons and fucking
I could
wizards.
just
Satan
see
himself.
I could just see somebody be like, "The power of Christ compels you," and they're like slapping the dog with fucking holy water.
telling the
The
dog,
dog
like,
just
trying
sitting
to,
there.
dog's trying to bite the
Well,
water.
he's biting at it like he does
he's
with like it's like a hose or something.
He's sitting there tail wagging.
Yeah, because he is a dog. In fact,
But he would refer to Sam as a powerful demon himself.
Mm.
And it was even believed that that's where he got the name Son of Sam from.
So you're saying
Well,
that
Sam
from
Carr.
Sam
basically-
Carr.
He was saying Sam Carr was himself a demon.
Yeah,
Yeah. And this is where that's where he gets, his name he tells the press eventually.
because Sam is the demon telling him, and the dog Harvey are the ones telling him to go kill people.
Yeah, it was like
So he's like a disciple.
Sam
like the son
was
of
like
Sam,
the head demon and Harvey was like,
the messenger.
yeah,
A lesser demon. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's kind of like a go-to boy.
hmm Like
Yeah.
a middleman.
Yeah.
pretty
Oh.
much.
Deliver my message.
hmm Yeah,
So, I mean, this dude is
reverse fetch.
fucking. But right here, dude, like honestly, this dude's got so much going on with him, and we haven't even really touched on his killings yet.
No, we'll get into that on the next episode
Yep.
because it's
Yeah, it's fucking brutal.
And then like the
Yeah.
wave of terror he spread throughout the city of New York, like one
Yeah.
of the biggest cities in the world.
Terrified. Yeah.
Every single person,
Yeah.
absolutely like petrified.
Because it
Dude,
could
I
be
think-
anybody, really, at that point. It could be literally anybody.
Well, yeah, at this point, they
Yeah.
still don't know who it is.
Out of like 8 to 9 million people, it could be anyone.
Yeah.
And this is before.
With zero clues, with zero
Mhm.
leads,
And
with
so
zero.
far, what
Yeah.
we've only talked about is the 2 stabbings he's done.
Yeah, we haven't even got to where
We
he's
haven't
actually
even
killed anybody.
gotten,
Yeah,
into
to the
where
whole real, the
starts
real depths of the
pulling
Son
the
of
trigger.
Sam.
Those are 2 of the 7 that he injured.
yeah, and they're assumingly still alive.
I mean, honestly,
maybe.
dude, I can honestly say the
Like
only one
50
I've
years
ever,
ago now, man. I mean,
like the only one
maybe.
I've
Even
ever
20.
heard that
yeah.
paralyzed a city like this would maybe be Ramirez.
Yeah, LA.
That
Yeah.
like an entire population just
Dude, LA
fucking
had it
scared
rough.
to death to
Well, I
leave the
think
house.
Zodiac did that. 'Cause
Yeah,
that was San
Zodiac.
Francisco too.
Because I
wasn't
think,
it?
dude,
Yeah.
there was like
Sacramento area, I think.
LA was even worse than New York during this time.
Yeah.
They had several serial killers moving around in the 70s.
Well, it's where you go where you want to be, what you want to be, man. What you always dreamed of.
Yeah.
You go to LA and Hollywood, and you
Big
can make it
city of
happen.
Making dreams happen. Exactly.
Yeah, where dreams happen.
Where dreams come true.
Yeah. So if you get rejected enough, you could still get famous.
Yeah, just not the way you thought you were going to get
It's not the
famous.
way you just ain't gonna live the lap of luxury like you think you're gonna.
Yeah. You'll be more of like an off-Broadway serial killer.
You see like a B rate.
Yeah,
know,
I was
you-
literally thinking B-rate, like
Yeah,
crazy.
you know. You're
Like a
not
low-
up there with Manson and but
like
hey,
a low budget,
it's
like
hard to
indie.
top the king.
like indie serial killer.
Yeah. Where you show off at like the Sundance.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like you're real big in the Sundance, but Hollywood rejects you.
Well, I think that's the thing with like Manson. He had a Sundance that he
Yeah.
did. He performed for people.
Yeah. Literally.
All right, guys. Well, that's part 1 of Son of Sam. And yeah, next week, yeah, it's gonna get a little brutal. It's gonna get a little brutal, but we'll do our best to just ruin it somehow. Like we did with this one.
Yeah, we usually manage to do it somehow to all of them.
Yeah, we'll be very inappropriate. Probably.
By the way, we
sometimes.
have been putting up,
It's our thing.
we have gotten a lot of our backlogged videos
Yeah.
up on YouTube recently too.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
we're
How
only-
many? Like 3 or 4 or 5?
Definitely
Yeah,
go check
we're
them out.
we're only probably about 2 behind now. Yeah, so yeah, probably
we
good
were
4
lagging.
4 or 5 of them.
Yeah, we
You know,
were
because
pretty
our
behind.
our production team's on point.
Yeah.
Anyway, glossing right over that.
Yeah. Moving
Follow
right
us on
on.
it. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Facebook at Game Ray Podcast. Go check out the YouTube channel. There's a bunch of new videos up there. One dude hit us with some legit knowledge on flat Earth.
Yes, he did.
It's very long. It's
Is
very
out there.
long.
I haven't had a chance to read it yet.
Yeah, I gotta check it.
And he cites sources. So if you're listening to the show, well done. I will read it and I will watch it.
Yeah, for
We'll-
sure.
we'll
Yeah,
likely disagree.
I'm definitely checking it out.
But I'm going to at least check it out. I'm going to do my due diligence on it.
Yeah,
So
100.
thanks for commenting.
Yeah.
One
Thanks for
hundred
taking the time to
percent.
listen and comment on it.
Yeah,
So,
definitely. Give us your thoughts.
Yeah, for sure. We want to hear it.
Yeah. Agree
Good
or
or bad.
disagree.
We I will argue with you.
Yeah, and we got.
I mean,
thick
hell, dude. I
skin,
mean, if
man,
I,
so
Over
if I
shit
say
that does
something
not
wrong,
matter.
you call me out on it, I will like address that in one of the episodes. Like, hey, by the way,
In his therapy session. That's where he's going to address it.
no, I'll do it at like the end of an episode or something like that. If I'm one of my facts is wrong, I'll admit to it.
All right, guys. And, as always, thanks for joining us. We love you. And we'll catch you next
Yeah.
week.
See y'all later.
everybody have a good night.
Bye.